Coach, the rain is falling, the fans are soaked, but here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Baltimore Ravens. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They snap it at one. Now it's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Check three. Shot.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He may try and run for this. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Jackson now. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
It's our time. It's our time.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Let's go, D. I got double time. Double time. You got 3. 3 down. 3 down.
2nd and 13. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Humphries. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Swift takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Extra point up and good by Succop, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now he'll escape to his right. Now he's going to... And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now Jackson on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big run that time by Henry. 65 yards.
First down, Titans.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Derrick Henry. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Henry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4. 7-7, our score after 1. On second down now, it's Henry, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's first and goal.
Here we go. 15 on it. 15 on it. Go. Got the guy.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it out past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. A'Shawn Robinson, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Check.
To try again after the sack, Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Jackson looking to throw on third. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack.
At the 46-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Now a throw here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. A very solid gain of 27.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And it's caught. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they fell behind early, but since then, 2 touchdowns and a 14-7 lead.
Yeah, they found the end zone on their first 2 drives, and even more so after the defense gave up the first lead. With these last 2 drives, obviously they inspired their D because they shut them down the last time out. They hope to continue that string.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Got a man. It's Brown. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. They'll drop the throw. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards there and a first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Check, 93's the mic. 93's the mic. I hope you brought your weapons.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyus Bowser make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week, and this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here's Brett Kern now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Kill.
2nd and 9 now. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
Check. Lucky.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Jackson on first down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied at 21. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Check safety, check safety.
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Humphries. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And the busy night for Henry continues. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but eventually they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Mike 51. I got one. No.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
And the Titans first down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down, Titans.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Check, 93's the mic, 93's the mic. No check.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, it's Henry. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Henry. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try the right side with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. That one good for 37 yards. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Corey Grant in the final minute as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. 2nd and 5. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. They'll look to throw here. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown to win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson looking left side. Andrews with it complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
It's a gain of 6.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out. Now Jackson on first down. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? All right, anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. To throw again is Jackson. He may try and run for this. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Wide, get wide.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. From the gun, it's Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. You throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They'll run. It's Henry. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short. And he didn't get there. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape.
Ready. Watch the run.
After the interception, here's Jackson. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.